Next, we want to make sure that we've navigated to our project folder. So I'm going to type cd in order to change directory. And I'm going to drag my project directory over to the terminal window and hit enter. And now if we go back to the browser, it gives us some details here that says specify your dependencies in a Gemfile in your project's root. Now, this was confusing to me at first because I didn't realize that Gemfile is the actual name of a file rather than a type of a file. Now, there's this link here that says learn more Gemfiles, so we can click on this and scroll down to learn a little bit more. It says Gemfiles require at least one gem source in the form of a URL for the RubyGem server. And this is the important part. Generate a gem file with the default rubygems.org source by running bundle init. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we've navigated to our project folder and we'll just type in bundle init. It says it's writing a new gem file. And if we go back to our project directory, we'll see this new gem file here. Now I'm going to open this up in my editor. And you can see it says here, sample gem file, and it uses a hash here, which is a standard for comments in a lot of file formats. So right here is another commented out line. And then there's one line that's not commented out, and it says source, and has this URL to rubygems.org. Now, if you're on Windows, you may recognize rubygems.org because we had to deal with a SSL certificate issue with it when we were trying to download and install RubyGems. So rubygems.org is the central repository where gems that different people have created get registered. So when we type gem install and then the name of some gem on the command line, it's usually going to rubygems.org in order to get information about it and figure out where to download it from. So again, Bundler is a tool that we can use in order to install and manage versions of different gems. And the first thing we have to do is specify where we're going to get those gems. So rubygems.org is set as the default, though we can choose another one later if we wanted to. I'm going to jump back to the browser. So let's continue looking at this page to see what's next. Now there's this callout that explains what you're supposed to do if you're using a source that requires a username and password, which we're not. And then in the next part, it says declare the gems that you need, including version numbers. And it gives us some examples. These here aren't gems that we're using,